have been trying to paint this narrative that 50 Cent was in fear of his life when it came to Jadakiss during the G Unit and Lox beef because Jadakiss dissed 50 Cent and 50 Cent never responded. But very recently, Jadakiss in a viral clip is saying that he was in fear of his life when seeing the entire G Unit at the airport. Kiss went as far as to say that he hid himself from the unit. He didn't even try to be seen by them because that's how scared he was. Will this viral clip of Jadakiss admitting to being in fear of his life when it comes to 50 Cent in G Unit change the narrative that 50 is actually scared of anyone? Look, I want y'all to hit the like button and hit the hype button because we about to get deep.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm the man.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes, and make sure you hit the hype button because it helps the channel in a major way. Listen, man, Jadakiss is out here telling a story about him running from G Unit and 50. It's looking crazy, gang. Now, a lot of people were saying that 50 is scared because he didn't respond to Fabolous on the Squad is Right freestyle. They think that 50 is just scared to rap and that he cannot rap, even though this guy is known for ruining careers. Jadakiss said that he was at the airport with one of his friends who clearly wasn't even able to handle himself if something were to go down. And he spotted G Unit about 14 to 18 people deep. He says it was the entire squad and that he had to run. He had to get out of Dodge because he said he wasn't prepared if anything was to go down. Around this time, there was major beef between G Unit and the Lox, alright? There was a series of diss tracks. Banks with this Kiss, alright? Kiss with this the Unit. This 50 Cent. There was a lot going on around this time. So for this story to come out at such a perfect time is kind of crazy because people are trying to act like, hey, Fifth was scared of Jadakiss. He didn't want no smoke. It's the same thing when it comes to Fabolous. Champ, no, it's not. Sometimes you gotta hear it from the horse's mouth so you understand that your narrative is false. And we know Kiss is not a liar. And we know bozos will try to say, Fifth paid him to say that. Yeah, there'll be all types of excuses as to why Kiss said this story, right? People are gonna try to act like, hey, it wasn't that bad. You're gonna try to minimize this as if this isn't something crazy. I can see it now. All of the Fifth haters are gonna be very angry at this video. They're gonna leave crazy comments. They gonna call him Mayor Glazer. They gonna say that, hey champ, you're on G Unit payroll. Yeah, sure champ, I'm on G Unit payroll because I'm literally making a video about a viral clip that you ain't seen yet. You're mad, champ, and you're gonna get way madder when I play this clip. By the way, I need y'all to hit the hype button. I need y'all to hit the like button. Let's take a look at what Kiss had to say when it came to seeing the entire G Unit at the airport.
We going to LAX. I'm flying home. It's me and Groovy Luke. Shout out to Groove. Shout out to Groovy. It's 14 of y'all sitting on the curb. Good thing they didn't go like. Good thing they look to the right. Hell yeah. You hit him with the OJ Simpson. Groove.
Yeah, because battling y'all with
the G Unit is right there with extra niggas that want to catch felonies. It was one of the. Please let this door right here. Yo,
look. I'm gonna tell you one time. I'm in the district.
We gotta run to the gate. Y'all didn't even see us. It was one of them.
Look at
I'm
that.
glad. Yo,
Look at
man.
that.
It was 18 deep. It was me and my nigga that only eat plant. You didn't have a chance. No. Sit down. Please.
Yo.
Let this door right here be open.
I'm just saying that Kiss's energy says everything you need to know about the unit. G Unit wasn't a huge problem. G Unit was an issue back in the day, champ. They were causing ruckus. They were causing havoc. They arguably have the best mixtape series known to man. And in a lot of those mixtapes, they were dissing their ops at an alarming rate. Now, Jadakiss is not a sucker, alright? Jadakiss is a hip-hop legend, alright? Some people would say he's top 5 or etc. Whatever you choose. But This is a very interesting story because you don't hear too many stories about Jadakiss talking about a rapper or rappers scaring him in any way. But that also shows you the type of respect that he has for the unit, that he has for Fifth, that he would even say this story at all. Because, you know, most people might take this story to the grave. I'm not gonna lie, because you know how it is. People that paint different type of narratives based on things that you say, champ. Also remember that, you know, after Kiss dissed 50 Cent, 50 Cent went to Yonkers, which is the hood of both Sheek Louch, Styles P, as well as Jadakiss. He went to their hood, dolo, by himself, no security, to squash the beef, which is very commendable. Alright, now some people will say that's like a sucker move, that he's admitting to a loss or what have you, but no, champ, he went to a New York hood dolo. You don't understand how crazy that is, but only someone who is not scared, who is not in fear of their life, would do such a thing. A lot of people are not gonna like this video just because it makes 50 look tough or champ. And it's really crazy to say that because a lot of people feel like because 50 is actually 50 years old now, that he's no longer a threat. Like you think because Fifth got old that, hey, it's safe to come outside now. It's just safe to talk crazy about Fifth. It's safe to call Fifth soft. He's not gonna do nothing. It's not 2003 no more. Who's scared of 50? Nobody's scared of 50. He's 50 years old. Now we ain't scared no more. And that's a nasty mentality to have, because why in the world do you think it's cool to think that because he's old that it's safe to do things now? Like, that's the most sucker thing I've ever heard in my life. But Kiss has never been the type of person that's scared to admit when things went wrong. I remember when, you know, Kiss, Styles P, as well as Sheek Louch talked about getting, you know, jumped out there in Detroit that time long ago. But this should at least put a stop, or at least put a halt on all of the 50 being soft talk. Because when has 50 ever been soft? Nobody was talking this nonsense before. Now Murder Inc. lied and said that they had paperwork on Fifth being a rat and all that nonsense, but that was that. They never provided any real paperwork. There's no proof that 50 ever told. I mean, yeah, he got jumped in the studio a long time ago. Yeah, you can get jumped. Listen, it happens to the best of them. But who won in the end? Fifth won, champ. Yeah, he won. This random Fifth hate train is nasty work. I mean, ain't he trying to help put predators away and all that? Why are you mad at Fifth? And I get it. He might have supported some people that everybody don't support. Oh well, champ. But let's be honest, champs. When he was in the prime of his career, he was doing crazy things. He was doing crazy numbers. He was running the internet. Alright? He was making certain rappers' lives miserable. So now all of a sudden, you hate Fifth? And now you're lying and pretending that he was scared of Jadakiss? Since when, champ? You literally can't prove these things, but guess what? Jadakiss can prove, hey, I was in fear of 50 at one point, especially when I seen him with the entire G Unit at the airport with just me and my guy, and I ain't have nobody else with us. Would that make Jadakiss soft? Hey, listen, everyone's entitled to how they feel about this. Do I think Kiss is soft? Not necessarily. I think Kiss did a very smart thing by getting out of Dodge, because it would have definitely got ugly. The unit was acting up back then, and things might have got real ignorant. So Jadakiss did the right thing. I ain't gonna sit up here and say, hey, Kiss should have stayed there and took his beating, because that would have not been the smartest move at all. The last thing Kiss needed was lumps on his bald head back then, champ, because back then he didn't have hair. Smart move on Kiss's behalf. I will not fault him for what he did, champ. I'm a Kiss fan. I won't just sit up here and say that this was soft, even though some people might say that that's soft. It's not soft. It's smart. It's strategic. He did the right thing. Now, should he have said that he was scared? I don't know. I wouldn't have used those words. If I was Kiss, I would have said, look, I got out of Dodge because I didn't have any backup. I didn't have enough for what could have happened. And it's just that simple. But of course, even me saying that is not enough. They're going to say, hey, you're on G Unit payroll. Why you doing this content? Stop trying to make Fifth look tough. He's not tough. He's 50 years old. We can't make these bozos happy or champ. But like I said, man, salute to Kiss, because Kiss It's just telling his truth, man. He's just telling the story how it happened. He's not afraid to say when he took L's or when he had to run because he just didn't have enough at the time. Alright? But gang, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section? Do you think Kiss is soft for what he did? Or is Kiss just telling his truth like he should? And is Fifth still soft because of this situation? Listen, I want to know what y'all think in that comment section. I also want y'all to hit the like button. I also want y'all to share the video. But most importantly, I need you to hit the hype button because it helps the channel in a major way. Also, subscribe to the mayor if you have not subscribed. Join Gotham today. But one more thing before I get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only Red New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit the like, hit the hype. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.